We lived.
All right.
We lived.
This was a kind of tension and combat heavy session. Was it okay?
Yeah. It was a little irritating being in such a disadvantageous starting position and having to, but it made sense. So it's kind of hard to argue,
Yeah.
I like those. Those are the kinds of things that make combats more interesting to me than just pitched battles over an open field.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I see
coming in from behind made it.
See, I
Go ahead.
prefer having the drop on the enemies.
Well, of course.
I remember I think my first combat at Stars Without Number, we managed to basically take out the enemies without them even getting a chance to return fire.
Yeah. It's often how it
That was
goes.
fun.
Nox,
I actually really liked the double cross too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm much more interested in the double cross now that we know it was just the androids trying to double cross us. That's got implications.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The fact that they're working outside of Spectre Star.
No, well, I think they're
Also
working for Spectre Star. It's just that some higher ups who know more than the human agents gave the androids special orders.
Well, and also Robert being equipped essentially the same as Libra is also interesting implications too.
There's a lot of curious stuff going on there, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I like mysteries that are leading somewhere.
Nox, you had a comment you were making earlier.
Big fan of the combat. Starting from a disadvantageous position added tension, and knowing that we had, I'll say, people to protect upstairs.
Yeah.
It did more of that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
been
just saying mixed feelings on it myself.
It would have been less interesting if it had just been us trying to climb out of the barrel while we're being shot at.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I wrote this for two different scenarios. The scenario where you did not at any point slow down, either meaning you didn't fail any skill checks because they were so easy, because you didn't spend any extra time doing things there, or because you let people go overboard. That would have been a different combat scenario. An actual elevator combat as you're both being lifted up the cliff. Does that make sense?
Oh, sorry,
I didn't quite follow it, to tell you the truth.
Oh, so if you guys,
vaguely.
yeah, if you guys had kept up with Spectre Star Technologies and both gotten to the base of the cliff at the same time, and you were both being lifted at this about the same time,
there's multiple lifts, is what you're saying. So we'd be
Yes.
we would have been side by side.
you would have been side by side with an exert check to jump over for those melee combatants, and not a make it or die. It would have been a make the check and land, or fail the check and catch hold dangling. But yeah, across the two pondways battle was the alternative to this.
Basically side by side instead of them being above us.
Mm-hmm. I liked
I
this
think
one
I
better
could
because of the NPCs, because of the security team.
Yeah.
Agree.
Also, I actually, I like the red shirts as ablative shields, ablative armor. I mean, maybe that's not a great look, but it certainly simplifies the combat.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my intent there, is to not bother with attack rolls against the NPCs. That would have just slowed things down. Attacks and damage would have slowed things down too much.
Yeah, I'm not sure morale was the ideal solution for that, but overall I agree with your intent.
Yeah, well, I will say that was pretty brutal because again, at 10 morale, it's less than a 10% chance of failing.
We had enough red shirts though that it was just the right amount of ablative armor.
It did, yeah. I do feel bad that all the red shirts are down though.
Using
not
morale
gonna say dead.
was just a simplification for me. The target number was 10. It just so happened that I could set the android morale at 10, which is what it started at, and click on the token and then click on a little button that I have pop up instead of bringing up the character sheet. So I was just using the mechanics of the character sheet and not the actual mechanics of morale for that.
You're good. I'm just saying. It felt pretty stacked against us. That's all.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that
on purpose. Don't get me wrong.
yes, I
but,
fully
like,
agree with you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's fine to stack things against something it's on purpose.
I feel like it was supposed to make it feel like we were stacked against us because it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's perfectly fair then. Yeah.
Because it was a good answer to that.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
I'm much happier if it's done intentionally.
this is one of those cases where in Stars Without Number, you're tangling with more higher powered forces. Spectre Star Technologies is not a light combat force, and so that having things stacked against you is definitely going to be par for the course until you're not much higher level, but higher level.
The real thing that it was stacked was that like they just had action economy on us.
Yeah.
There were 6 of them, and then one of them could attack twice. That's a lot of turns.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we're spending our first turns getting into the fight while they're doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2 to 3 turns to get into the fight, and then we have 1 action each, and there are 3 of us.
Well, I'm glad
Should've
that it still was fun.
Oh man, I just realized they had a whole Moonwell thing too, right? You could have just chucked a grenade up through it.
Yeah, I guess you could have.
Oh man, hindsight is 50-50.
I hadn't thought about that, to be honest.
Yeah, nope, I just totally forgot about the Moonwell being there.
All right, any other commentary? Anything aside from the combat?
I think we're good.
I wouldn't mind some feedback. Do I just play my character dumb, or am I right on the cutting edge of exuberantly reckless?
I think you're on the cutting edge of exuberantly reckless. I don't think Oogie is necessarily dumb. He does take unnecessary risks.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I would say exuberantly reckless. I think you're there.
Okay, good deal.
I've certainly never been concerned that Oogie is like being dumb, making dumb decisions and being dumb about it. It is just
a character that's making dumb decisions and being dumb about it is more of a detriment to the party, and that's definitely not been Oogie.
I get myself into situations that I know are more than he can reasonably handle, and I do it on purpose, and I'm just not sure if it's a good idea or a bad idea.
Well, in this case too, though, we also had the drive of keeping our people alive.
Yeah, keeping our people alive.
Like it's like I think I would fully expect it. Yeah, we're throwing ourselves in danger to lessen the danger to them. We are more durable than them, right? In general.
Yes.
So it is actually a very reason. Even though it is dangerous to you, it is overall more advantageous for the group. If that makes sense.
That's why Marco's got him melee.
Yeah.
That is part of what I was asking. I wanted to make sure that you, the other players, did not see the way that I was playing Oogie as a liability.
No,
you're fine.
No, absolutely not. No, that was the right call to make, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm the guy over here who literally can't fight. It's doing probably as much harm as anything you do.
Now, if Izzy started throwing himself into melee, that would be questionable.
It would be awesome. Deeply ineffective.
It would be short-lived because you would die.
Yeah, that too.
One real quick question: did you like the forced tension of choice with the searching for their recovering the computer black box and searching the area?
Yes.
Didn't mind it.
Yeah, the main thing I'll say there is that it. I felt like if we had a proper pilot like Connor, it's like it would have felt a little more reasonable to push it.
I mean, but that's
the thing, yeah.
That's a valid trade-off to make in your selection of characters.
But also,
pretty
I think
sure-
it did help inform how much risk we really wanted to take on it too.
And you do have a good pilot NPC, just didn't bring her along with you.
I'm pretty sure I remember arguing about whether we should bring a pilot in the.
You probably did. I don't
Yeah,
remember that.
Pretty sure we discussed it. Yeah.
Natalia would have been able to acquaint herself with watercraft quickly enough to put her full, buffet of skills and abilities to use.
Well, hindsight, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
Buffet.
I like that the NPCs become tactical and character decisions at the same time.
Hmm.
I think it's neat.
Oh, by the way, does anyone want to give the bad news to Asta that it's probably not actually aliens?
Not yet. I'm going to be busy trying not to get anybody besides me arrested for the moment.
Oh yeah, you got a real problem going forward, huh?
Nah, it's probably fine.
Anyways, I am hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Yep, no problem. Thank you all for the game, and I'm
Thank
glad you enjoyed it.
Alright, see you later.
Yeah, and cutting the stream now.